Hey guys, Corey here. I just wanted to share some things that have really been on my heart lately. And it is, I just love to be real and just share what I'm learning and what I'm going through in life. And one thing that I've really been learning a lot about lately, and that's the word perfection. And I think it's something that we all have to deal with, especially with social media. And you scroll through and you see these perfect gourmet dinners on people's Instagrams, or a perfectly Pinterest looking house with a white rug and a child sitting perfectly reading a book, or, done up makeup and hair for a photo opportunity, and tons of filters before we post anything. And I find that sometimes you can scroll through or just look at that and feel like, man, I didn't have time to put makeup on today. I didn't have time to do my hair, or my house is a mess. And actually, my house right now is a mess. Or we're having leftovers again, or I didn't have a chance to cook today. And to feel like we don't measure up. Or in order to, put something out there, it has to be perfect. Or we expect that, okay, we change something in our life for the better, so now it needs to be perfect right away. And the truth is that that's just not real life. It's not realistic. It's not attainable. And so there's a phrase that I heard the other week and it really impacted me, and it said, persistence makes progress. And I really liked that because I think so many different times in our life, we try something new, whether it's a workout or whatever, reading plan, or something that you decide you want to change up and you expect to see results right away. And then when you don't, it's easy to feel discouraged or feel like, okay, well, there's no point. But I think sometimes it's just taking those baby steps and stepping out and saying, I want to change this. I'm going to go and I'm going to be persistent in it. And then all of a sudden down the road, you will see that progress, even though it's not usually overnight. And there was something for me, even the other week, I love to spin. Those of you who follow me on social media know that's like my favorite thing to do. It's just a great stress relief, especially as a mom, just some me time. It's fun. It's just great. And I feel good. I feel more energetic when I leave and like I can take on my day. But I was one Sunday morning, I was going to go to class, and it was just one of those mornings where I was just feeling really tired and didn't feel like going and didn't want to go. But I was like, I need to go. Like, I know this is good for me, and I have childcare this morning, so I can go. And all you moms know that, you got to fit it in there when you've got that spare moment, which is hard to come by. And so, I decided I'm going anyway. And it was one of those classes where I was just struggling, and the class felt hard. I was struggling in my mind because I've been injured for a while with some hip and IT band issues that I've had to just take it a little bit slower. And you're hearing the class like, come on, you can do this, stand up, do this, and in your heart you're like, I can't do that physically because it's hurting, and the class just feels hard, and I'm going slower than the rest of the class. And you start to have those feelings of negativity, like, oh man, why am I even here? Like, I'm the worst one and I should be better than this. I've been coming for over a year now. But then I stopped myself as I was leaving and said, you know what? I showed up. Even if I was the last person in the class, or I came in last, or I couldn't keep up with what everyone was doing for whatever reason, I showed up. And that just coming and being consistent, that's where you're going to see the progress. It doesn't matter if you attain the perfection, or you take you take first place in the class, or you're the top athlete, or whatever it is that you're interested in. This is just something that I love to do, so it's kind of, a big part of my life. But just showing up. And if you do have a day where you don't show up, or just don't beat yourself up. Get back on the train and, start again the next day, and just keep taking those baby steps. And sometimes those baby steps are the hardest, and it's the hardest to, go and take the first step of walking out your door and doing whatever it is that you want to do. But I promise you, like, if you just take those steps, that you will see the progress if you just continually try to be consistent with whatever it is that you know, are wanting to make a change in, but also just balance. And life is real life. There is nobody who's perfect. I definitely don't have it all together. There is nobody who has it all together. And honestly, those people who are posting the pictures that look perfect, they have their own struggles too. It's just not being posted on Instagram. And so I just encourage you to even take those posts with a grain of salt, because honestly, it's not real life. And one thing that I've found in my life, it's the messy parts, the hard parts, the parts where, you know, we're growing and might seem hard for a season. That's actually so beautiful, because that's where we grow. That's where we're refined, and that's where we come out stronger. And so I just encourage you, you know, if you're walking through a really hard season, that your breakthrough is coming, and it's not forever. The sun is going to shine, and you are going to come out stronger. Um, through the process. And sometimes life is just a process, and it's beautiful. And so I just wanted to jump on here, and it's just something I've been thinking about. And so hope you guys are all having an awesome 2018.